Yeah, this is Nick from John Sewer and Pipe. We're here at 21 Longwood Ave, Brookline, dental office. We're currently in the lobby, the bathroom in the reception area. Obviously, we pulled the toilet, and we're going to video inspect the main to see, what we can see for now, and then we'll make our determinations after. Stand by. Alright, you can see right here at 45 feet, I wouldn't say it's back pitch, but it's definitely flat, and you're already collecting paper here. And you can see the water. It's definitely a small belly, so this may be a potential spot that is catching paper, causing the backup, as you can see. As we get over that, that seems to take care of it. You actually get some flow now. Alright, so right now I've located this in the basement. It's at the 45. Nothing ties into this line after this point. The bathrooms are already tied in, so what I'm going to do is go backwards here, and we're going to see where the tie-in is for the other two bathrooms. This way we know Obviously, if all three are backing up, it's got to be beyond that point. We currently have a mop sink running full force, so we should be able to see the point that it's tying in. Okay, so right there at 55 feet. So in theory, the clog is happening beyond this point. However, we did see that spot back here at 48. Again, you can see more waste being left behind here. My thought is that maybe this sag is catching the waste, and that eventually it's moving itself ever so slightly to the rest of this line. I was running the sink in the bathroom in the waiting room. I just turned it off. I'm going to let the flow slow down. See how this sag moves with that. So you can see even here at the tie-in to the building, and again, that's our mop sink running. It holds water, even at the tie-in. So this line has just very, very poor pitch, I think, throughout it, which is essentially leaving behind all the waste. You've got an 1/8 of an inch minimum of water sitting at the bottom of this line collecting everything. So I'm going to find this spot at the tie-in, because this seems to be the worst spot. I'm also going to shut the water off in that sink, the mop sink. Stand by. So I've gotten 2 locations on this line, both in the hallway, just after the tie-in. Obviously, where we're leaving this camera right now, I've gotten a location at this point here, just before we tie in, with the branch and just after. Obviously, you can see now that the water's stopped, we don't have any standing water in the 45, but when that mop sink's running, it's almost filling up this 45 and sending water backwards. Now everything in the building is not running. So I'm going to come back a little ways and see if I can get another location and depth just to get an idea. Unfortunately, it all runs through the center under cabinets. Let's try to get a spot here. Okay, so at this point I have gotten this location at 46, which was our low point, also 6 feet further up than the spot that I had previously located at 40 feet, and it is at the same pitch, meaning there is zero pitch, possibly negative, although I don't believe it's negative because we don't have standing water here. But if this line is as flat as it seems to be, and again, this is the location that we had the toilet paper and waste stuck, and I believe that it's essentially getting to a point where it finally releases enough to get around the corner of that 45, and at that rate backs up the whole 3 toilets. So I'm actually just going to pull this back and get a couple more locations as we come back to have an accurate map as to how this line is run. And we'll go from there.